Well, wait for the fireworks to stop because that might interfere with
finale.
it. I know. I figured it's getting close to 10 o'clock.
I'm watching them on the garage.
That's cool.
What can we? Recording, Dad.
What can we label this? What can we title this, Hazel? While we're here thinking about it.
Boom, kitty. Boom, doom, doom.
Boom, boom, kitty. I like that. Kitty go boom.
No, that's
kitty
bad.
go boom.
That's terrible.
No, okay.
No,
I
went boom earlier.
That's kind of
on a blight.
Just horrified by Boom Kitty.
You're the wordsmith here.
I'm working on it.
All right, cool. All right. It sounds like the finale's over.
Kitty in the show.
Kitty in the show. Okay.
Well, I'm getting the show. I don't know about you guys being outside, but I'm watching.
You can hear it if that counts.
Sure. All right.
And the finale just ended.
All right, good deal.
I got it. All
right, what are you going to call it?
Listen to the fireworks show with Kitty.
Listen to the fireworks show with Kitty. Okay.
I like it.
Let me write that down because I'll forget it as soon as I stop recording.
Guardian down.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for hanging out with us today. Welcome to episode 51 of Guardian Downcast. We're a couple dads that talk about all things in the Destiny universe and interview content creators and community members to find out more about them. I'm your host, The Gator, and my co-host Hazel is here as well this week. How's your week been?
My week has been pretty uneventful up until about today. So, basically today I had the day off. And my wife was working like a half day or something like that. And she like messaged me and goes, hey, she's like, are you on this episode of Guardian Downcast? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, you let Gator and Baroque talk forever. And I'm like, oh, okay. So she's like, okay.
She was giving you a hint. You need to speak up.
Well, no, what she did is she actually took the PlayStation power cord. So I can't play Warzone and let you and
no!
Just kind of
are you serious? She took the power cord, really?
Yeah. So I am 100% committed to episodes, I guess, going forward now.
Wow! So. Thank you, Mrs. Hazelnut, in advance. Thank you.
Ouch! That hurts.
Oh man!
Right.
So.
How are you doing, sir? How's the reno going?
I've been doing demo for the last, I'm on day 3 now. The kitchen is fully demoed. We just worked on floors today. I breathed so much drywall and thin set dust. I've been just coughing all over the place. But funny story, I was knocking down some demo yesterday and there was a piece of 2x4 hanging down. I was trying to whack it with the sledgehammer. I was just going to town with a sledge. Damn thing comes back. I turn around. I come back. Thank God I have my safety glasses on. Hit the 2x4 hits me square in the forehead. So I got blood dripping down my forehead. So I got a Band-Aid on my damn forehead today going to Home Depot to rent some equipment. And everyone's looking at me funny. So I finally put on a ball cap to walk in. So we went and got some lunch. Long story short, I'm driving home. My neighbor comes up to me and says, what did Jen do to you? So you want to tell me what's wrong with your forehead? I was like, yeah, no, it's just construction debris, et cetera, et cetera. But I tell you what, man, I have not been this tired since I did 2-a-days playing high school football. I feel like I've just been beat to hell. I feel like I've been beating every muscle in my body. I'm just hanging on tonight. So if you catch me snoring or anything, just give me a quick heads up and I'll be back on. So I tell you what, I want to introduce our guest tonight. She is a gamer. She is a fantastic Sherpa. In fact, she Sherpa'd me through 2 Last Wish raids and a Scourge of the Past, and just an overall great positive person to be around. Our friend KittyFails92. How you been, Kitty?
Hi guys, I've been doing great. Actually, doing a lot of Sherpas lately. I've been on vacation, enjoying vacation.
Very nice. Where'd you
Got
go?
A couple new tats.
Okay.
Nowhere.
Well, now we can just say thanks, COVID.
Yeah, thanks, COVID.
Yeah, good deal. Well, just a quick overview of tonight's show. First, we want to find out more about Kitty's story. Then she's going to try her luck at our new and improved Fast Fire segment we call the Speed Run. We're all going to chime in about what we're doing in now week 4 of Season of Arrivals. Hazel's going to go over this week's TWAB, and finally we'll answer Twitter and Discord questions from our community and add 2 songs each from everyone here for our Guardian Downcast playlist on Spotify and now iTunes. Ready, Miss Kitty Fails?
I'm ready when you are, Gator and Mr. Hazelnut.
All right, let's do it. Well, okay, Miss KittyFails92. Let's start with this. Where did you grow up?
So actually, I had a really interesting childhood. I'm a military brat.
Oh.
I actually didn't come to the United States until I was 14 years old.
Oh, wow. Where were you stationed before
Wow.
that? My dad was stationed in Australia.
Oh, wow.
I was born on a military station in Australia.
Oh, my gosh. That's an interesting childhood.
Yep, I've been to 48 of the 50 states. I've never been to Alaska or Hawaii, nor do I wish to go to either.
Okay. Nice. Well, what do you do for a living? How do you pay the bills, so to speak?
I am actually a support manager for a bank.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
I help my manager basically do their job.
That works for me.
I know that feeling. It's fucking great, doesn't it? So, tell us about your gaming history.
My gaming history, if we want to start back in the day, I actually started on a black and white Game Boy.
Oh, I remember those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my very first game was Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
Mm.
And then Pokemon, and I've been obsessed with Pokemon ever since.
Hazel knows a little bit about
But
I'm
after that,
becoming obsessed with that. Yeah.
yeah, Pokemon Go, love it. But
Oh yeah.
I really got obsessed with Destiny, my very first PS4 game, because I had a friend that told me this game was awesome. It was a great way to meet people. I thought he was full of shit. I bought the game. I bought myself a PS4. Fell in love with the game when I found out that you could do raids with people and tell people what to do. But the sad thing is I got my original name was Sneaky Kitty 92. I actually lost that nickname because of a good friend that everybody should know, Drafty, because he and I could never complete a raid together, and I got the nickname Kitty Fails.
Well, that answered that question. That was another question I was going to ask. Now, okay, you and Drafty could not finish a raid, so he nicknamed you Kitty Fails.
Yep, we have never, even from D1 to D2 in raid history, we have never completed a raid together.
Really?
Ever.
I was looking at raid completions today using Charlemagne in our bot in our Discord, and you have like 192 raids under your belt? Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had 53. I thought I was hot shit. Yeah.
I have a friend that has 3 times that amount.
That is crazy. Wow, that's a lot of raids. All right. I'll stop talking now. Go ahead, Hazel.
Thought it's your question anyway.
Oh, it's my question? Okay. All right. Well, let me ask
It
you.
was gaming history. And
Well, yeah.
you're professional.
Well, the problem is she answered so many questions at once. We're not used to that. We're used to pulling information one question at a time, and she answered 3 of them at once here. It threw me off a little bit.
No, you gotta adjust, and you gotta.
I know. I'm such a noob, and I'm going to use a tired card a lot tonight. So,
Flow with the flow.
well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Kitty. What brought you to Destiny? I mean, what? How did you get interested in even playing this game?
My friend.
Just friends
told me that.
Just friends told you.
No, he told me that there was a game that you could play online with anybody around the world. And I have a bunch of friends that moved out of state. I moved out of state, and I thought, I can reconnect with them.
Right.
Got obsessed with the game, fell in love with the hunter, fell in love with raid.
Well, okay, then I'll follow up with this question. Do you have a favorite moment from Destiny 1 or Destiny 2 that you just will never forget? I'm sure you've got a ton.
I've actually got 3 favorite moments from both clans.
Go for it.
The first one is from D1. It was my very first raid completion, which was Crota, and it was actually because
what is that? What is that noise in the background? I can't figure it out.
Fireworks.
That is fireworks?
Yes, I'm outside. I've got better phone reception outside.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And I can smoke while I'm outside. But anyways, no. It was when we were in that Thrall tunnel, so the very beginning of the Crota raid. Okay. And we got all 6 of us died. Well, everyone died, and I was left alive, and all I had was my Dark Drinker. Okay. And I decided to just use my Dark Drinker, and then all ads were dead. They told me to run forward. I ran off the map.
Oh, I remember that. I know that corner. I know that corner well.
Yes, I ran right off the map.
That's hilarious.
My second favorite memory of Destiny is from D2. It was the very first time I completed the Leviathan run. Okay. I was the last Guardian standing again, and I was able to get a revive, and it was my ex-fiance, boyfriend, whatever the hell you want to call him, Azanis, 89.
Okay.
I got his revive, and I died, and he was able to kill Callus.
Oh, wow.
And I got an exotic on my first drop. It was Celestial Nighthawk.
Very cool.
My last favorite memory would have to be when me and my entire clan did a flawless run for Riven. It was one of my clanmates' 3rd clear. I had taught him the raid, and we were right there at Riven. We were just fucking around, just, kind of waiting to see if we really want to continue the raid. We did. Mm-hmm. And we killed Riven, and then the Kitty Fails on the jumping puzzle failed. And we had to restart the entire raid all over again.
Gosh.
But we completed it right after that.
There you go. All right, cool. Cool deal.
And I got 1K on that run.
Very nice. Very nice.
I really need to dive into raiding more. I used to.
You do.
I do. I mean, I used to raid all the time. I used to Sherpa through D1, Leviathan, and then I just kind of fell off after that. So.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I want 1K. I want Anarchy. I don't really give a shit about Teraba.
I miss just.
Well, if you want
I miss
help
just
through
raiding.
Last Wish or Scourge, I can help.
I just miss the consistency of raiding every week.
And that's what I mean, we definitely need to enact that.
Yeah, we
going
do.
forward in the clan.
I agree.
I mean, because fuck connection-based matchmaking. So, all right, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
So, Miss Fails.
Can you call me Kitty?
Yeah, don't call her Fails. No. That's not good.
Okay, fine. All right. So, why do you like Sherping raids?
I actually got into Sherping raids because I started the clan. I got tired of my old clan constantly reaching out, never being able to get a raid started. Mm-hmm. So I started my own clan. And our clan's motto is literally, if you want to learn a raid, we'll teach you a raid. That's basically what the motto means. Okay. I will LFG online, and the way I post it is teaching raid only, because I don't want know-it-alls to come in if I've already got 3 people that I'm teaching and they try to teach them, and it pisses everybody off because all we do is wipe. But my favorite thing is watching someone get their very first clear and listening how excited they are. Because I remember when I first went through a raid and that awesomeness of going, oh my God, it's finally done.
I'm just laughing in between the fireworks. It's so funny. I mean, it's perfect. I mean, I know what the title of this episode is going to be. Oh my gosh. Well, okay. Talking about Sherping raids, what do you have like a certain frame of mind when helping noobs? I mean, I know Kingsley is very good at staying calm, talking people through it very calmly, and I just get too emotional in raids. Is there a certain frame of mind you go into, or a certain mindset when you know you've got 2 or 3 people who haven't run a raid before?
Actually, I do, and I usually run 4 to 5 new people through a raid.
Wow.
My mind, yeah. My mindset is actually, we're going to fail. I know we're going to fail, but as long as we're having fun, if we're laughing, if we're cracking jokes, it's going to be a good raid. Because if you get too serious, if you get grumpy, everyone's going to feel it. And that's not a good feeling for a raid. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've done speedruns. Speedruns are awesome. But if you're sherping someone, you got to be calm. You got to make them laugh because they're going to feel like an idiot. Like they're going to say, I'm sorry. I can't do this. I'm sorry. I don't understand. Just laugh it off and go, hey, you should have seen my first run.
Yeah.
Don't see my first run.
So trial and error, just trial and error, and just keep learning from it. Kind of like
trial, error, laugh.
Patience, yeah. I tell you the worst.
I remember sherping people.
Yeah, good.
I was going to say, I just remember sherping people through King's Fall. And what I did was, when we got to, what was it? War Priest.
Dick Walls?
I always want to call him, no, not the Dick Wall, War Priest. How he had that big ball. And basically I had it was 4 new people with me, and I had all 4 of them jump into that orb. I'm like, this is how we started. All right, you 4 jump through. And they all jumped in and they all died. I'm like, all right, now that's out of the way. Here we go. They were just cracking up.
Shit.
I do the same thing. I'm not going to lie. I do the same thing.
I tell you
exactly, it's like if you can't laugh at this, then it's too serious.
The worst thing that ever happens in a raid, especially when you're the new person, is when it gets real quiet. No one says anything in the party. The tension's high, or people are thinking about, what else can I be doing right now? That's when it gets really quiet. I know it's not a good thing. We've sherped my ex clan. We used to sherpa people all the time. We'd even do the Destiny. Shit, the Destiny
guided games.
Guided games. Thank you. God, I can't think tonight. We did several guided games. We'd always be a shorter person. We'd go, okay, let's make someone's night. Let's do a guided games. And yeah, you get to that point where you've tried and tried and tried, and it gets really quiet. And that usually means things are winding down.
All right. So, Kitty, I'm just going to come out with it. So, when you're gaming, I mean, outside of doing a raid and that kind of thing, but when you're playing Destiny, be it, whatever you're doing, Crucible, Gambit, whatever. Do you think gaming is different for you being a woman? What are some of the experiences that you've had?
So let's start with Crucible, because I hate Crucible and I'd rather get that in and out of the way. I suck at Crucible, but it seems like I have a very feminine name for gaming. I mean, Kitty, come on, everybody thinks of a girl when they see my name. I feel like when I go into a Crucible match all by myself, I feel like I'm always being targeted, and none of my teammates are ever around for like team shooting or everything. It's like, oh my God, it's a girl. She's going to wipe us. So Crucible, it always feels like, because I'm a girl gamer, no one think I can do good. Don't get me wrong, I suck at Crucible. Now, getting to Gambit, it feels like it's more balanced in a way because there's less people. But again, I'm always being targeted by the invader. Always goes after me, always. So, being a girl gamer, I feel like, you're targeted a lot more than a normal guy gamer would be.
I never knew.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. I just, I never thought of it. I never thought these, it's kind of, I guess a couple episodes ago when all this crap was going on in the Destiny community about, all the women coming out, and we were kind of cleaning house as far as all the creeps out there. I talked to my wife and she says, yeah, I've dealt with this all my life. I was like, really? I was totally oblivious to this. And that's part of the reason why Hazel and I wanted to have more women in our shows, because it's the kind of thing where, I don't know how to say this, but hey.
I mean, it just sounds like something that, women have been putting up with, unfortunately. And like nobody like seemed to know. Well, those of us that aren't doing that behavior, we don't know about it, unfortunately. And now that I think a lot of people are finding out about it, it's like, holy shit, you know?
Can I make a comment?
Sure.
So I know you asked whether outside of raids, but actually the sexism really comes out in raid. Like, I Sherpa people, and I've entered just a random raid. It was the last wish. I've got 58 clears to my last wish to my name and 3 flawlesses.
Wow.
And they even raid reported me, and they were like, "Oh, you got carried."
Really?
Out of 58 of my raid clears, I've had 41 Sherpas.
Wow.
I would like to know how I got carried through that. And I got kicked from the party because none of them knew how to do Morgoth. And they were like, "Well, it's your fault. You're a female gamer. You're dragging us down."
Really? Now.
Yep, it's bad for gamers.
So do you think there's just some male ego that's in the way there, or that just can't get over themselves? Do you think that's what's behind it, or?
Honest opinion?
Yeah. No, but we're here to be honest.
Opinion,
yeah.
Almost all male gamers, not even you guys excluded, are a little egotistical. Even Azanis is very egotistical when it comes to Gambit.
Right.
A couple of my clanmates, they're like, "Well, we're better at this raid than you are." And I'm like, "Okay, what does it matter?
Right.
All gamers. It's a gaming world. Why does it matter that I've got boobs in the butt and you got the dangly bits?"
Yeah.
I've got a very good example. It was actually a Spire of Stars raid. I was going for my second completion, and I just LFG'd, just joined a random group. I was the only girl, and the moment I joined and I said, "Hi," just, being normal, bubbly kitty, they went, "Oh, it's a girl."
Oh my God. Like, really?
Yeah, and we were 30 minutes into the raid. I got kicked to orbit, and the moment I got kicked to orbit, the leader of the raid said, "You are a girl gamer. All you are out for is attention and to show your boobs and pussy off." And then I got kicked from the party.
Really? Well,
yeah, I've had that happen 15 times since Destiny 2.
Really? And you find it in other games as well, or is it just you think it's a gaming problem, or is it just Destiny?
I've never had it happen in any of my other MMOs. The only times it's happened has been in Destiny. It's never happened in Diablo. It's never happened in Guild Wars 2, WoW, any of that. It's only ever happened in Destiny 2.
Wow.
I feel like the community's too open in a way.
Wow, I never knew that.
I've met some really sick people online through Destiny and Destiny 2.
That's got to be terrible. Every time you join a raid, you have to be on the defensive.
I've literally actually, when I LFG, like I joined a random group, I've actually started modifying my voice so I sound like a dude.
That's just
voice modifier.
That's terrible. You have to do that.
No.
Well, it happens. I mean, girls are not treated well in the gaming community, as we've seen.
Yeah, that's true. Wow. Well,
and then I meet awesome people that are awesome.
Sure. Well, like I was telling Hazel, I said we've had 50 episodes, and we've had one female guest, and we had to change that. And first person I thought of was Kitty, because you are such an awesome Sherpa, and you're always positive. You're definitely bubbly, and it seems like whenever we're in a raid, you just never get defeated. You never give up, and I love that. I know. I guess you guys, your clan is the Destiny Reset
Nope.
Red Jacks.
No, I run my own clan now.
What's the name of your clan?
Nightmare Raiders. Our call sign is Moon.
Moon, nice. Okay,
awesome.
So I remember you had some when you were with the other clan I just mentioned, that you had all kinds of support, all kinds of guys were popping in, but it seemed like their patience was waning. And that last encounter in Last Wish, I really struggled with it. I had a hard time grasping the concept of it. And you were just like, "It's okay. We'll get this. This is going to happen. We are not quitting until this is done. And I've never had a Sherpa do that before at all. So
I will admit that I've had one time that I've Sherpa where I've actually left. I will admit that I have had one instance where I've left as a Sherpa.
Well, sure, you're going to have people who just can't grasp the concept of a raid.
5 hours to do the jumping puzzle for Argos.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, I got tired. I left.
There's
I'm not going to lie. The very first
puzzle?
Encounter. The very
Like, for real?
first part.
Argus is really easy to jump. That's really hard. That's easy to jump.
I have the entire raid recorded on my PS4. It took 9.5 hours to beat Argos. I was crying.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I didn't even finish it. I left at the boss fight because they weren't grasping it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I
don't do that.
I know I've probably thanked you profusely, but I really struggled on. I mean, Last Wish was the hardest raid I've done, and I've done every raid. I've done every raid at least once. Last Wish I've done 2 or 3 times, and 2 of those times you were helping me through it with your friends, and I can't thank you enough because that's a beautiful raid. It's such a beautiful raid, but it's very, very mechanic heavy, and it takes if you've never played it, it's really hard to catch up and learn what you're supposed to do on that raid.
It is. I would suggest actually trying it nowadays with the sword.
Yeah.
Because it's actually very different than back in the day when we could use lunafactions and a rocket launcher. It's actually more fun now because it actually makes you work.
Swords are just badass right now. I love using swords right now.
Until Tuesday, but yeah.
Well,
don't remind me.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sad too.
Yeah.
You're breaking my heart. Seriously. I gotta find a new cheat.
I'm not trying to. That don't we all? All right. So, okay. Well, what can we do as? I mean, I'm not going to assume that everybody in our listens to this is, like upstanding gentlemen and things like that. But for those of us that are upstanding gentlemen, that aren't sexist assholes, what can we do?
One of my biggest suggestions would be, let's say I randomly popped in on your guys' LFG list as a female gamer. If you hear someone make a comment, even if they mute me, and you'll know if they mute me because they'll go like, "Oh my God, she's so annoying," or "Her laugh is annoying," or something like that. I would suggest talking to them and going, "Hey, everyone, she's a gamer. Everyone games. Get the fuck over it." That's the biggest issue. I don't know how many people I've literally pulled aside because it's not just female gamers. It's also kid gamers that have that issue. I have 14 kids in my clan, and every time they've joined my clan, they're like, "Well, no one ever wants to play with us because we're kids." They have the same issue as female gamers. No one has the patience for them because, they get super excited. Or, hey, as a girl, I get super excited. I just got an exotic drop. I'm going to squeak over that. A dude don't squeak over that.
I think you said that last week, Hazel, in our intro. I think what was the last part you said? It says, what if, I think you said, what if, our daughters have dads to stand up for them, but what if this person online doesn't have, go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, that was exactly it. What do you do for somebody who doesn't, do you report them? Do you talk to them? Or do you just kind of brush it under the rug and go, well, we can get somebody
I stand
else,
up for them.
something like that. Yeah, exactly.
Immediately stand up for the person. I mean, from the way Bungie put Destiny out there, it's supposed to be a fun gaming community. That's how it's supposed to be, but it's not some of the time. But every time I see that happen, the first thing I do is I mute everybody except for that person, and I will rip them a new one. Right. And I will even do it on stream. I don't know how many times I've done it on stream and have people supported me in my stream going, "Get him." Yeah,
That
sounds horrible, but
that's very brave because there's been several times where a kid has been not abused, but belittled, or I haven't had that many. I haven't really gamed with a lot of female gamers other than you and a handful of others, but I mainly game with most of my friends are guys, and I really don't encounter that problem too much because I'm just not around female gamers as much. But with kids, yeah, there's been times where I just kind of kept my mouth shut, and I probably should have said something. So that's good advice.
Oh, yeah, you probably should have said something. Trust me, I don't know how many times it's happened, and like one of them was my clanmates, and we had a random, and I just literally picked a random from the party, not the party, but the raid team, and I muted everybody, and I just laid into them, and I was live on stream, and I had 42 watchers at the time.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I just completely laid into him. By the time I was done, this man was like 37 years old. I had him crying by the time I was done because I knew he had kids because he had talked about them. I was like, how would you feel if someone did that to your kids or my kids? I've got little ones.
Yeah.
You got to think before you act. It's the biggest thing in the world for anything. Think before you act, think before you speak. And that's my motto. I don't do it a lot. I eat my foot a lot.
Well, that answers the motto question, Hazel.
Kitty answering questions
guys.
before they're asked.
No, that's great. I love it.
Remember,
Oh,
I memorized the list. Remember that?
That's good.
You
You have a very good memory. You have a very good memory. Well, okay, let's switch gears a little bit here. I was looking through your Twitter bio, and you've posted a few things over the years, and I saw that you did a speech at the Toastmaster Society. My daughter did one as well. And what motivated you to do that, and what was the speech about?
So what motivated me was actually a good friend of mine's suicide.
Oh no!
It got me into speaking out, and that's actually the speech that I did, and I got first place in state and second place in country.
Wow, that's fantastic.
My speech was I actually did a speech. It was a rhythmic pentameter speech, so the middle of the sentence and the end of the sentence rhymed. It
Okay.
was from a poem that I wrote in high school about my friend's suicide. The title of the poem was called "Why Me?" It was about how her boyfriend had bullied, beaten, raped, and abused her, and I got that entire thing in a speech because 2 weeks before I decided to join the speech contest, my niece, who was 8 years old at the time, asked me, what should I do if my friend's being bullied? I never stood up for my friend. Never did. I should have. And that's when I did the whole speech of it. I've given the speech in high schools around Des Moines, Iowa. I've given it to jail houses with women, and I've also given it in juvenile hall. I've also gone to a couple of colleges outside of Iowa to do the speech.
Okay.
It's a very passionate, very, very sad speech because in the end, I'm actually blaming myself for not.
Yeah, I saw your video. Your small video post of that speech. It was like just a snippet of it, and you looked pretty emotional in it, like you had to take a second.
Yeah, I do have the entire video recording. It's a 7.5-minute speech. I made 3 judges cry out of 15 judges.
Wow. I mean, you had a very good topic to talk about. That's for sure. Yeah. I've done 4 speeches since then. And all of the speeches that I do are the elephant in the room, topics that no one talk about. Right.
My recent speech that I'm actually doing here soon is actually about female gamers.
Very good. We're right on topic then.
I'm very passionate about this. I've got a 6-page speech that I'm trying to cut down to 2 pages.
I think we got the right guest tonight, Hazel.
Not at all.
Okay, I have one more question, and Hazel has one more question, then we'll move on to our next segment. You said also in your Twitter bio that you like to read. What are some of your favorite reads?
Oh my God, you cannot ask me that question.
I know I didn't put it in the show notes.
It's like what's your favorite kid right there?
Okay, well, what are some favorite things you're reading right now that you might want to mention to somebody?
I'm reading 4,000 books right now.
Really? You are a reader then.
I have a total of 127,482 books.
Oh my gosh. Well, what okay. Well, what kind of topics do you read? I mean, what's your genre? What do you like to read?
Right now I'm doing a lot of mafia books, Russian mob books. Those have been a current passion. I've read, my favorite is romance. I'm a girl, typical romance. Love my romance books. But the reason I'm doing Russian mob is because a cousin of mine is going over to Russia, and that's where she's going to be doing her college. I want to learn about the Russian mob.
Okay.
But the current book I'm listening to is actually a very interesting book, and I get a lot of weird questions why I'm listening to it. It is called 1,000 Ways into a Mass Murderer's Mind.
Wow. I mean, wow. What a title. That's crazy.
I studied law.
Very cool. Well, that answers my question. I'm speechless.
Sorry, I'm
for
Googling
once.
the book. I'm
for
Googling
once.
the book. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Are you actually Googling it? It's a good book. You need to read it.
He does that. He does Google things because I forget things all the time. He's my info guy. Well, while he's Googling that.
Wait, well, it's okay. I can do that, in
Okay.
between segments. And
All right. Well, Hazel,
that.
then why don't you take us out? You ask her the final question.
All right, then. So, I mean, in the course of this, you've mentioned gaming, reading, things like that. Well, do you have any other hobbies besides those?
I write poetry,
Awesome.
and I also break horses.
You break horses?
For writing, yes, and
Wow.
I write poetry.
I would have never known that about you. You're a ranch girl.
Yes,
Very
I
cool.
know how to knock a 2-ton bull on its ass pretty easily. You grab it by the snout and throw it down.
I'm impressed. Shit. Damn.
Especially
Wow.
since I'm not a very big girl.
I was complaining about being bruised up doing a kitchen renovation. Shit,
Yeah.
I'm going to be quiet now.
Yeah, a 2x4 board fell down and hit you in the head, and all of a sudden she's talking about throwing down a fucking bull.
Oh my God. How do you top that? Shit.
That's not the only thing. I've also bull ridden. I did bull riding for 6
Nice.
years for 4-H.
Oh, that's so cool.
This is awesome.
No, I've broken almost all my bones. The only 2 bones I haven't broken is my spine and my skull.
Oh my God. Those are important. Don't break those.
I hope not.
Those are
Your
hard.
I'm a mom
PSA.
now. I can't do that stuff.
Those are hard to heal too. So I should
Yeah.
know.
I'm a mom now. I can't do dangerous shit like that no more.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, you're a mom. What do you have? One child?
I have 2 kids.
How old are
They're
they?
my world. My daughter is 7, and my son will be 6 this August.
Oh my gosh, you got a handful there. 6 and 7. That's a pretty
Yes.
cool age, though.
They're 15 months apart to the time to the day.
Wow, that is so cool. Wow. Well,
I love my kids.
Kitty, thanks for sharing your life with us. We appreciate it. You
Definitely.
you did your homework. I'm running slow as it is tonight, but yeah, we're not used to people knowing the answer so quickly. That's for sure. Good
I
on
told
you.
you I was getting ready for those questions.
Good on you. I love it. I know. I love it. We like to usually talk about some TV shows or movies or stuff we've been watching. Everyone's kind of quarantined still a little bit. And I like to mention it at least and ask our guests first, of course. Is there anything you're watching right now, TV-wise, or could be streaming or whatever, that someone might be interested in?
Oh my God. Actually, I just finished watching a couple of good animes on Hulu, if people have Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is called Yona of the Dawn. It's about a princess that her cousin betrays her and kills her dad. And she has to find 4 dragons to help her get back her kingdom.
Okay.
It's also a good manga. You need to read the manga too. The other one is Snow White with Red Hair is also really good. It's a Snow White story, but without the big bad wolf.
Okay.
And more love. Lots more love. But no racy shit. No racy stuff. I won't watch that. Ew.
Okay.
Ew.
What about you, Hazel? Any shows you've been watching lately?
So, first and foremost, I finished Dark.
How was
it's on
that?
Netflix.
Yeah, how was that?
Fucking fantastic. I actually started watching it again just so I could try to rekindle like the feelings that I had in it, because the ending was perfect. It's the, every, like, the motivations for everybody and everything else, it just lined up perfect. And it was just really fitting. So it's only 3 seasons. It's like 30 episodes total. Maybe
Okay.
I think it's even less than that. But it was just fantastic. I can't recommend that enough. And then so I was cooking and I was putting on something to watch. So I started watching, what the hell is it? The new Child's Play. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, try watching it. It was fucking terrible. Yeah, that's my review. It was fucking terrible.
It's a horror movie. It's fucking terrible.
It was awful anyway. I mean, it was just... See, I have really fond memories of the original, just because, you see this little doll running around, and it was just really awesome. Kitty's out.
I don't do horror. Nope.
But, yeah, so this one was graphic just to be graphic. I think there wasn't anything else to it, really. But yeah, that was that. So yeah, that was. I watched it, so you don't have to. You're welcome. And what about you, sir?
I haven't had a whole lot of time to watch TV lately. I get about 1 hour before I pass out and go to bed because I've been working in the house. But I have my usual wacky summer shows. Game On with Keegan-Michael Key that has Rob Gronkowski and Venus Williams. I've been continuing to watch that. It's really funny. It's just a crazy zany kind of show. I tell you what though, I have been, per your recommendation, Hazel, I've been watching Doom Patrol. Is this on Netflix? I'm trying to remember where I'm watching. No,
HBO Max.
not HBO, and I'm not watching Dawn Patrol. Dawn Patrol would be a great shit. That'd be a great rock album from the 80s. So no, I've been watching Doom Patrol. Inside joke, I was telling everybody I was watching Dawn Patrol, and everybody laughed and said, "What the hell's Dawn Patrol?" Yeah, Doom Patrol's pretty good.
Not even that old.
I like the story. It's really nice.
Atmosphere to it.
Yeah, I do. I like it. It's
very irreverent. It's very much like, giving the finger to all the other comic book, everything else.
Oh, exactly. And they're like the redheaded stepchild children of superheroes. It's like the rejects. It's kind of funny. I like it. And they all have really good powers too. There's nothing to belittle.
Sort of.
But speaking of superheroes, I've got my wife watching The Boys. And I'm watching it again, and she loves it. She's eating it up. So what? I'm getting to watch it again and watch it maybe in a different way now. It's really good. I love that show. And she goes, "Is there going to be another season of this?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." They just probably delayed because of all the stuff going on in the world. But no, that's pretty much it for me. I tell you what, I think it's time for that speed run. What do you think, Hazel?
Yeah, and I think somebody said that she was trying to get 27 minimum.
Yeah, Kitty was asking us how many she needed to beat. So I guess we'll find out right after this.
Call the Praxic Order, call the Thanatonauts, the Ginseng Scribes, call everyone so they can witness you.
Okay, so this segment is called the Speed Run. This is where we have a database of over 125 randomly asked questions, and Kitty here has 60 seconds to answer as many as she can. These are short 1 or 2 word answers, and we're going to keep track of how many questions were answered by each of our guests each week. And at the end of the year, the guest with the most questions answered will win a cool prize. Tonight, as usual, I'm going to ask the questions randomly from our list. Hazel is our timekeeper and QCE. In the event of a questionable answer, Hazel's decision will be final. Sen and Kingsley Mack are still the co-leaders at 26. We've had so many people come so close, but not yet been able to beat that record. So, Kitty Fails. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
Kitty succeeds.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Dogs or cats?
Cats.
Horror movies, yes or no?
No.
Pineapple on pizza?
No. Allergic.
Ikora, Kate, or Zavala?
Cade,
What's the latest you've been up gaming?
4 a.m.
Destiny 1 or Destiny 2?
2.
Would you rather be invisible or fly for a day?
Visible.
Is Telesto the besto?
No.
Who is your favorite animal sound?
Cat's meowing.
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Neither.
Do you like black licorice?
No.
What's one thing that annoys you most?
People.
Anna Bray or Ada 1?
Neither.
Sunset or sunrise?
Sunset.
Which is better, the book or the movie?
The book.
Taken
Always.
King or Forsaken?
Taken King.
Last Word or Ace of Spades?
Ace.
What is your favorite Destiny planet?
Venus.
Grenades or melees? Okay.
Okay,
Grenades.
I'll count this one. Yep. I'll count that one because you stuttered on that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Who is your favorite animal sound? I should have put what is your favorite animal sound. I don't know why I wrote that. I must have been drunk that night. Sorry about that. All right. I think you did okay. Hazel, what do we got?
You were slow.
I answered the question asked the question as soon as it was answered.
Love it.
All right, Hazel, how many we got?
23?
23?
You hit 24?
Oh.
I had a different number.
Really?
I had 20.
I counted 23.
23.
I was making tally marks.
Okay. 23 it is. Well,
You
good
need to
deal.
ask your questions faster.
I've gotten this down. Believe me, I've gotten lots of practice. As soon as I stuttered on that. Who is your favorite animal sound? I'm changing it right now, just so I remember to change it later. God bless it. What is your favorite animal sound? Jeez, unbelievable. Well, hey, that's a good job, Kitty. You know what though? You answered him honestly. I could tell you were thinking about the question and you were answering him honestly. Most people just say whatever they hear last, that's not real genuine. You know, it's kind of that the fast fire segment. It's really to know about you really quickly, you know, and that's what I like about this contest. So,
Did the neithers count?
yes, absolutely they do.
Yes, they definitely did.
Yeah, we count them. Well, I just want to remind everyone that we have decided to keep our channels labeled speedrun question ideas in our Discord. So if you have a great so if you have a great speedrun question, ask them there. I did want to announce that at the end of the year, we're going to give away a $25 gift card. Just our little way of saying thanks for participating and listening to our show. So if you have any question ideas, remember they have to be short answers, either yes or no, or one or two words, or like a would you rather. That's the kind of questions we're looking for, and we'll take your top 5 and put them into a drawing, and at the end of the year, we'll pick a $25 gift card for someone. Well, good luck. We'll see how that turns out. All right. Well, sounds good. Thank you, Kitty, for participating. That was fun. And I believe it is time to talk about this week at Bungie. All right, Hazel, this week at Bungie, what do we got this week?
Right. So, connection-based Iron Banner is a shit show.
Boo!
Boo.
I appreciate the random, boo from Kitty, who's like I'm raiding. I don't give a fuck about PvP.
No, I do Iron Banner, but boo.
Did you see the video I put? The 2-minute game I had. I decided to jump in Iron Banner after working all day in the house. I was like, no one's on. Let me just, I watched a Crucible video. I got all pumped up to play Crucible, and I said, what the hell? I jumped in Iron Banner, and that's what happened. The team couldn't run fast enough to obliterate our team. By the time I spawned in, the other team was almost on us again, and we got mercied. I joined late, and it was like a 2-minute game. 2 minutes, I got zero kills, 0 across the board. I got a piece of someone, but I think that was it. It was so bad.
I think it was a 5 stack you were going against too.
Yeah, listeners, let us know how Iron Banner went for you this week. We have a little show segment feedback channel on our Discord. I'm curious how everyone's liking this new connection-based matchmaking. We used to win 80% of our games in any skill-based match-made game, whether it was a group or it's 2 or 3 of us. It's more like we're winning like 10 to 20% now. I played 4 games that night by myself solo, didn't win one. And some games I would be 1.50 and everyone else would be like 0.2, 0.5, 0.07. I mean, it was so bad. And the other team would have 5.0, 13.0, 2.9. I mean, it was just, wasn't even, I'm sorry, I'm going to curse. It wasn't even fucking close. It was so bad. And my experience with Iron Banner has been shit. My experience in Crucible has been shit. And there was a video someone put out saying, I think connection base is good because how do you know if you're going to get better? I'm sorry, I'm going to go on a little rant here because I've been preparing this. How you go? One streamer says, connection-based matchmaking is good for everyone because how do you know if you're going to get better if you're always matched up against people of your same skill level? I got a question for you, sir. How do you get better when you spawn in and die immediately? How do you analyze that video? I'm just curious. When a team is just stuffed down your throat, as soon as you spawn in, 3 guns are on you as soon as you spawn in. I'm sorry. How am I supposed to get better there? How am I now, if I record that and watch it back, how am I supposed to get better there? I'm just curious. Now, let's refer back to skill-based matchmaking. When I have players that think like me, play like me, have the same skill level as me, I'm playing myself. I'm playing against people who have the same skill level as me. I can practice my cover shooting. I can practice my gun skill. I have even time to even think about practicing my gun skill. Connection-based matchmaking is a joke. And I'm sorry, get good, bullshit. Get good, my ass. I'm pissed because this is the worst thing Bungie has ever done to Crucible. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to kill Crucible. I've actually even thought about it. I wonder if Destiny is so fed up with Crucible. I wonder if they're doing this on purpose to kill the Crucible. I really am wondering what made them do this out of the blue.
The answer is simple.
All right, enlighten me.
The player base is dwindling. And they want streamers to actually be able to play the game and get matches efficiently so they're not playing against people in God knows whatever on Taco Bell Wi-Fi or whatever it is. And they're just like, hey, let's go ahead and just open it up to everybody. The streamers will be happy. We'll piss off some of the other people, but, the streamers will be happy and they'll make videos and people will watch the videos about the guns and yank, all that bullshit. But it's basically just because the player base is dwindling. And that's the reason why they're doing it. Because I think that they did this maybe 2 years ago or no, in D1, I believe.
It was a shit show then too. I remember because I played Crucible in D1 too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'll be honest with you, I'm not playing any Crucible.
But see, I want to play.
Game.
I want to play Crucible, but every time I jump into Crucible, and I would say it's 8 times out of 10, it is not a good time. I mean, I don't even have time to think about a strategy and where to go on the map, what gun to use, what situation. I can't even run with a team because every time I spawn in, there are already X's everywhere around me. And there's 3 guys, there's a team of 3 or a stacked team of 5 or a freaking team of randoms that are slaughter. They're killers. And I spawn in. How am I supposed to even evaluate the game I've joined when it's so unbalanced that I see X's everywhere and people are spawning behind me. Or worse, they're spawning in the other spawn. I'm the last one alive in my spawn, and all of a sudden I see 5 red bars behind me. How am I supposed to learn from that game? Content creators out there who think connection-based matchmaking is such a great thing. That's the question I pose. And anybody who wants to answer this question, show segment feedback in our Discord. Please enlighten me on how this is supposed to make me a better player. All right, my rant's over. I'm sorry, Kitty. I'm sorry I had to do this in front of you.
I've got an opinion on Crucible myself, so I'll leave it there.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, hell, while we're on it, share it. Let's do it.
Let's air it.
You really want my opinion on Crucible?
Sure.
Really? So if I compare D1 to D2 Crucible, from the noise, grabbing food real quick. D1, it was better. We had more options for gameplay. Right now, all we really have is control or just random kill.
Right.
Right?
Mostly.
The other ones we had control. We had Rift. I miss Rift. Bring it back.
That's a fun game.
But I feel like the reason player base is going down is because of Crucible. No one wants to do the exotic quest because of Crucible. It requires them going into Crucible. Like, take me, for instance. I'm not a Crucible person. I hate going in there. It's why I haven't finished half my exotic, is because I can't get a Crucible gun for my kills.
Yeah.
Or the newest one, what's it, Withering Horn? Or that new grenade launcher? What's it called?
Wither Horde, yeah.
Yeah. You have to get 100 Guardian kills with that gun.
I know.
I can't even get one.
Everybody's figuring out they just got to jump in the air and stay out of the poop puddle. I know.
Yeah. So why do they expect people to want to play Crucible to get these exotics if they make it too hard to get? Skill base was better. I will admit skill base was so much better because I suck. And if I go in there now, I still suck. But now I suck even more because I can't do shit. I go in and I die immediately.
You know, and it's not always that way. I'm definitely oversimplifying here, overgeneralizing. No, I do. But we played Iron Banner on Tuesday on Reset. It was me. I think it was Warcry, Larman, Kentucky. I believe Jealous was in there with us, and I know I'm forgetting someone. I'm so sorry if I forgot you. We had 2 games out of 10 that were pretty good, pretty fun games. We were pretty evenly matched with the other team. Every other game, it was just a total slug. It was just a total struggle. It was literally, I was running around trying to stay alive. It was that bad. I mean,
yeah, and I feel like Crucible's not needed. I mean, what's the point of it? There's other games out there that are better at PvP than Destiny.
But here's the thing, Kitty. Crucible is the one component that makes Destiny so much better than Call of Duty, because I can get a game while playing PvE and say, you know what? This is a pretty comfortable gun. Let's go in the Crucible and see how it works. You can't do that. And try doing that in Call of Duty. Try playing the campaign and grabbing that gun exactly the way it's outfitted in the campaign and go bring it in Crucible. You can't do it. Or what they call multiplayer. You can't do it. You have to earn. You have to build your guns. Don't get me wrong. I like the way their gun system is. I like that you earn attachments and the gun gets better as the more you use it. That should be the way Destiny guns are. But I won't go down that alley tonight. But I'm just curious how I'm supposed to get better when this is why I don't like playing Trials, because once that first kill is done and it's a 3v2, the game's already over. And it takes super legendary players like Dr. Lupo to be able to even have a chance to win a 3v1. Otherwise, if you're not a god in Crucible, you're not ever going to win a 3v1 or a 2v, even a 2v1, because the way the time to kill is in Crucible, there's no way you can kill 2 people quickly enough before they kill you, especially if they're running at you full bore at full speed. It's very difficult to do. You were going to say something?
I'm just not Crucible fan myself.
Yeah, I'm just furious because I love Crucible. I love to play Crucible, and I think the reason skill-based matchmaking is so good for Crucible is because as you get better, guess what? You start playing better players. And yeah, you may have to wait a little longer every time you progress into maybe a better bracket of players. I think I would consider myself in the top 10% of players. If you look at the KD values, if you go by the KD values that most people talk about, I'm in the top 10% of players. I'm definitely not a god that has a 2.73 KD or anything, but I have like a 1.6, 1.65 KD. And that's because I have watched countless videos on how to improve. And I've played a ton of games, and slowly over time, I mean, I used to be a 0.8. I used to be, below a 1 KD. And I've slowly gotten better, and this is one game where I've slowly gotten better and taught myself. I've learned from people who put out videos on what to do and how to play better. And then to just jump into a game and everything you've learned just doesn't even really matter. when you have a full stack team running at you full bore. And here's the thing that pisses me off, Hazel. They already had a playlist with this connection-based matchmaking. It was called, what was it called? Fun Mix or something? Random Mix?
Mix, I think.
Something Mix. They already had this. Why would you put that shit show in the entire Crucible playlist? Makes no sense.
Nobody's playing it.
Okay. All right. All right, listeners, I'm sorry. I'm over talking about it. So I think there was a TWAB, wasn't there, Hazel?
Yeah, I think so. Let me, oh yeah, there was. Yeah. Wow. We should do a segment about that. But yeah, so, yeah, FYI, Iron Banner's out. It's connection based. Gator's not happy. I'm not playing it. Kitty despises it as well. You can make your own opinions. If you enjoy it, good on you. Let us know where we're screwing up. Maybe we're not running in a 5-stack, harassing people with death. So, real quick though, one thing that I did hear about Iron Banner is that what they're looking at possibly doing is doing freelance Iron Banner.
I like it.
Same way they did it with Survival and comp.
Best thing they ever did was make a solo playlist for competitive. If they only made it for a solo public playlist for even Control or anything, that would be a great step.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, all right. So that's one good thing, well, throwing a sprinkling of great news there, maybe, if it ever happens. But in other good news, the Forward Path and Fool's Remedy made their return. So the Forward Path is a 600 auto, and the what was it? The other one, the Fool's Remedy is a sidearm that is apparently OP as hell.
It's very good.
And they also unleashed the 2 new perks: Iron Gaze and Iron Grip. So go get those. Pretty much the quest to get those 2 is bugged as well. So if you do it on one character, it auto completes for the other 2, so you don't get anything for them, and you don't even get the quest for the other 2 characters. But if you get the quest on all 3 characters and you complete it on one character, it auto completes again, and you end up getting 6 free guns right there.
Okay.
So bug and cheese for Kitty. And aside from that is the next section, which is sub training. So for this, basically what Bungie is doing is they're giving out an shader, then an emblem if you gift 2 subs to anybody. So in the course of this, this started, I want to say Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, possibly something like that. But I was watching Red Queen, and I saw just this huge sub train for her. I don't know exactly how many she had going, but it was fantastic, and she just kept saying the same line over and over and over again. It was great. But I saw that Glad had a 47-hour stream, I believe.
Oh my god!
And got 40,000 subs.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Well,
so
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's awesome. This is a little bit of a good thing right here going on in light of everything else that's been a shit show. So it's nice to know that Glad took a break this season and last season. He didn't take.
Yeah. Spoiler.
But anyway. Yeah. You guys know what Tuesday is?
Reset.
Yep.
But more importantly,
it's Bungie Day.
Bungie Day. So, what the hell is Bungie Day? Basically, Bungie likes 7s, in case you didn't know this. And it's 7/7. So that's what they affectionately refer to as Bungie Day. Typically, this is a Bungie store refresh that they do on their website, where they give some, usually 1 or 2, maybe 3 new things: shirts, books, miscellaneous shite. But also what they're going to be doing is they're going to be giving away some emblems for an art show, then also for Bungie fashion. And for the fashion, you need to go on Twitter and tweet them and that kind of thing. And you have to have a blue shader, some regard, in order to be in the running to get that.
Yeah, you just got to tag at Bungie, right?
Yeah, exactly. With the appropriate hashtag, yeah.
Mhm.
And then and all that's in the TWAB too. So I'm not going to bore our listeners with me spelling shite. So next is going to be the Bungie Day Art Show. So if you have art out there that you want to share, you can do that again. Then you'll go ahead and be in the running for a new emblem. Then moving on is patch notes. So 291. The sad day. We alluded to it a little bit earlier on Tuesday. But apparently some son of a bitch found out at Bungie that the Fallen Guillotine is doing an extra swing of damage after you stop swinging it. And they fixed that. And that'll be on Tuesday. And the thing I'm really excited for, actually, is one thing they're fixing is the Cold Denial and Fallen Guillotine will now offer the second perk, the final column there.
Yeah, I noticed I wasn't getting that.
Yep, they're fixing that on Tuesday.
Very nice.
And then, and then they're doing a couple of other little things there. What's going on? So pretty much, one cool thing is that they're fixing the Heavy Hitters Triumph, which is when you defeat the bosses in the contact event. They're fixing that, so it'll actually show correctly in there.
Right.
And then I had a weird thought about that. I'm just going to throw this out there, and then we'll move on quickly after I say it. I wonder if it's bugged, just so people would keep doing the public event after they did the...
Well, funny you should say that. It said to kill the Howler. I'm like, I thought I just saw the Howler. It says I haven't killed him yet.
Yeah. So that's my thought, that they are going to fix it, and I'll say that in that way. Basically to say that I'm thinking that they're going to make us pretty much do it for another 3 weeks and go like, yeah, we can't do it retroactively. Sorry. Wink.
Oh, jeez.
But just keep doing the public event for the next 3 weeks, just so there's a player base doing it. But I'm sure I'm wrong. Moving on, besides that, that's pretty much everything. A couple of other things, basically, is one thing I did want to mention is that players who finish this week's Means to an End quest who don't claim the challenge reward at the end will be locked out of next week's portion of the quest. Ooh. So make sure that if you're doing the Means to an End, you collect your damn loot.
Yeah, good
advice. Because I have a hunch that we're going to be on Titan, hopefully, next week. So we can get rid of IO. Or at least the... You know what I noticed that I thought was fun?
What's
that? Titan and Io are both, I was going to say states, planets that have been basically, that are going to be going into the vault or basically getting wiped off the map kind of thing. Right. And it's my thought that, hey, if the darkness is on these planets, why doesn't the darkness just kind of eliminate them at the end of the season kind of thing? It'd suck to a degree.
I guess we'll find out. I don't know how they're going to tie this story in and eliminate these areas.
I just kind of hope that they kind of ramp up to something. So,
you would hope.
But one question I did have for you guys was this, though. What do you think they're going to do for Bungie Day?
I was just thinking that. What do you think, Kitty?
I don't know. I mean, last year's Bungie Day wasn't that great.
I was just going to say that. It's like, Jesus, they remember it's Bungie Day? I can't even remember what they did last year. Did you guys, anybody remember?
Yeah, I was on vacation for it, and I logged in for about 30 minutes and then logged right back out.
Yeah, they really didn't do much with it. I think all they did was they talked about what was going to happen in Moments of Triumph, and then that released maybe I think the next week or something like that. So,
it was a downer
for something more.
Yeah,
hoping for maybe an exotic quest, because there's still some exotic weapons that are still out there and that kind of thing.
That doesn't involve Crucible.
Probably because it's Bungie.
At least give us the option. Give us a PvE and a PvP
give us
version.
The option.
When has Bungie ever given us options to do any fucking thing?
I don't know. They've gotten better.
Never.
They've gotten better.
They've gotten better. And then Kitty says, never?
No, I mean, the weekly bounties. You can get them either by killing Guardians or killing PvE enemies. It just depends on how long you want to do it. It's probably a lot faster. I mean, when I was playing Iron Banner on Tuesday, I was getting those... whatever those things you have to collect, the darkness things, before you can go play the final story for the week. I was getting them pretty quick in Iron Banner. They were throwing them out like candy. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, at least we have the option on the weekly bounties, at least. But well, let me ask Kitty this, because we haven't asked her yet. Kitty, what do you think of this season so far? The season of Arrivals.
Not a fan.
What don't you like about it?
For one, the matchmaking for Crucible and Iron Banner.
Whoa.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I know that was brought in recently, but didn't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's lacking. Like, even last season, they're lacking. It's like going downhill. There's nothing really fun to do. Like, that sounds horrible because I love Destiny, but it's like, okay, I gotta run and do strikes. Okay, I did that 2 seasons ago. Okay, you want me to run and do public events? I did that 3 seasons ago. Oh, Crucible? I've done that every single season. Give me something new, something different. And not that season where the Titans won. I don't want to do that BS again, but something different, something they've never done. I'm still harping on the Titan win because that was bullshit.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
I have a
You
Titan.
don't know?
I don't know at all what you're talking about. I had fun. It was.
I had fun.
It was great seeing my damn flag high every day, except for the first day.
But here's do you know why the Titans won? It's because
we're
they got
Titans
a buff. No, Titans actually got a point buff. And Hunters did not, as did Warlocks. Warlocks got a small buff, Titans got a major buff. Because there's actually more Hunters in the game than there is anything else.
Correct. Exactly.
I don't know
Which
what...
I don't know. Stupid.
I don't know what's worse, because...
It was unfair.
As Warlocks, we just sat there in the middle and I'm like, geez, it's like teasing us like, whoa, we could almost get first. Nope.
Yeah, and no matter how many Hunters put in, they couldn't go anywhere.
Well,
they were always at the bottom.
The first day, the Hunters slammed it, and then I was like, where did they go? And they didn't just show up there. It's like, okay, we got our first place, we're out. And we didn't even, Warlocks never even got a win. We were just like very average in the middle all week.
I was reading your books.
And it was just constantly Titan. It made me not want to play.
Yeah.
It's literally, with the seasons, there's nothing new. I want something fresh, something different.
Yeah, Guardian Games was, I think they were testing something new, and they got some fine-tuning to do there, that's for sure, for next year if they decide to do it.
I think so. I thought a lot. Perfect. But here's a question for you, though. So, are you looking for something more story-related, or are you looking for something, what are you looking for in the next season?
In the next season, more story would be nice. I mean, they've given us so many little nuggets, but then they never go into the nuggets. I mean, let's use the last, Forsaken one. We got all those nuggets with turning in the wishes for Marasov, and then Marasov disappears.
Right.
What's next? We've learned stuff with Anna Bray. What's next? What's next with goddamn, what's that stupid Warlock's name?
Osiris?
Stupid Warlocks?
Say Gator?
Osiris.
But no.
Gator's not stupid. That's not very nice, Hazel. You owe Gator an apology.
Yeah, you do.
Sorry,
yeah,
Gator.
Thank you.
We need to know more. I mean, like, let's go to Osiris' story. Short. What else was there? Osiris had a huge backstory that they fed us in D1 and all through this beat up for D2. His story was short.
And now he sells tickets to trials. Now he sells tickets to trials.
Yeah. And now
that's Saint.
You take us. Yeah.
Oh,
and that's
trials.
Saint.
No, I'm sorry, Osiris. I meant yeah. Saint has a rich story.
Yeah, and then you get the Warmind story. I was so hyped up for Anna Bray's storyline.
Yeah, right.
And then it was so short and it just ended and I was like, what the fuck? And then Saint 14, my favorite and only favorite Titan, because let's face it, Zavala don't count, nor does the Iron Lord. They don't fucking count. Saint 14 counts, and his story just ended.
That's exactly it. Now he sells tickets.
Russian. Yeah, where's more of my Russian? I want more Russian.
They had a couple really good campaign stories at the beginning in that season, and it was really fun. It's the most fun I've had doing a story in a long time. But then it just like it's like the tap got cut off. I'm like, well, okay,
yeah.
So,
or what about Cade? Who's replacing Cade? We need to know these things, and we're not. We get tidbits like when we saw the little fat ghost revive Hugh, who will not be named because he killed Cade.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen with him? They've given us so many nuggets, but then they don't finish the nuggets.
Well,
I want that. I want new shit.
The expansion, they're just going to info-splode us, and we'll be like, wow. We'll look at everything that's going on, and we'll go, wow, this is awesome. But why does it take till fall? Why do we have to wait till fall, every fall, to get a really good story? I don't understand.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, I'm not even that hyped up for it.
I mean,
because I've been hyped up the last couple of times, and they've let me down. Shadowkeep really let me down. I was so hyped for it. Oh my god, it let me down. I liked the campaign. I mean, I liked how the pyramid ship sucked you in, and that ending was kind of cool. I liked that, but it didn't really expand. I was kind of confused on what happened or what was going to happen next. Why I want more?
You know what though?
I get it. What's that?
Okay, I don't want to give Bungie a pass. I really, truly don't. I'm not that guy. I'm going to hold them accountable for everything. But I don't know about you two, but myself, I don't pay a lick of attention to the lore. I haven't read a lore card in I don't know when.
I know. Cover your ears, Kitty. I know. It's terrible.
God, he's going to make me cry.
I know. That's the one thing I love about this season is the fact there's lore cards or something to read at least.
Hazel, you take that back.
I can't take it back. I haven't read a single lore card this like in Destiny 2.
I can't help it. He's a Titan. I can't help it. Sorry, Kitty. I'm
sorry.
You brought a hyper ass with the Juggernaut.
Hey,
I'm sorry, Hazel.
It's okay. It's funny.
It's all jokes.
No, but. I mean, was the Shadowkeep stuff, was that in the lore? I mean, I'm assuming you may know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and did that help understand some stuff? And well, shit. Okay.
No, it didn't help much, but...
It just fed you to want more.
They dance around a lot of subjects.
No more.
Yeah, they dance around a lot of stuff, and you're just left wondering.
Oh, yeah.
It's just been busy work this last 3 seasons. I mean, the Shadowkeep campaign, yes, it's the fall release, but it wasn't the big giant fall release that hopefully we'll be getting this fall. But I mean, after playing the campaign, and then it's like, oh, okay, nightmare hunts. I don't want to do nightmare hunts. Doesn't look like fun. What else can I do?
They're actually a lot of fun.
Well, see, I usually play solo. Nightmare hunts are not fun doing solo. It's nice having a group of 3 you can run out and knock them out. And my God, these modifiers are killing me. Some of these modifiers are crazy, man. But hey,
some of them are really stupid.
People want it in game, so I think we had a question about that tonight.
I think that to a degree, though, what Bungie is sort of still tweaking is the fact that our power, like, we don't feel powerful. To me,
no,
I don't feel powerful. I feel like if I'm doing like, what was it, like a 750 something or another. Was with SWG and Flatulator.
Yep.
We were doing the Nightfall, just like the standard Nightfall, and the Vanguard, the far right one. Mm-hmm. It's taking us fucking 40 minutes every time.
That's because it delta scales up. It delta scales up to your individual power.
Or 750 raid.
It said 750.
Yeah, but you try doing it solo. Just trying to get bounties and stuff done, and it just stuff is knocking your butt out, and everything is very meaty. It takes a lot of bullets to kill stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm 1,060. These guys are 750. How is it taking me this many bullets to kill these guys? And then it just occurred to me, they just delta scale it up. So my question is, why do we even have power? If we're gonna have delta scaling and everything's gonna scale up to our current power anyway, what's the motivation to have high power, other than to get into like the prophecy dungeon, because there's a gate there. You have to reach a certain level to even play it.
yeah, the gate is 1040. So
Yeah.
once I get to 1040, do I need to do anything else? Well, if you want to do Grandmaster Nightfalls, what is that, like 1070? And it's like, well, you know, what if I don't want to do that? Well, then I'm fucking done, I guess. I guess then my next carrot is Iron Banner. Well, no. So, you know, so my carrot is... Yeah, exactly. My carrot isn't there.
Well,
so it's like, all right.
Yeah. I mean, I like bounties. I like keeping busy with bounties. I loved logging on and doing some bounties and watching that bar go up on my season pass. That's always fun. But I've already reached 100. Now what? Now what, Bungie?
So can I ask a question?
Go for it.
Sure.
Why do you think they're losing player base?
I think you hit it.
I think
you hit it on the head. I think there's no story. There's nothing going on. There's no reason to play.
I think that there is a story there. I think that the difference is that it's unconventional storytelling. It's not shown to us on the screen.
It's drip
not
feed
shown
too.
to us. No, I'm not saying it's drip feed. Nobody cares about drip feed. I think that people want to be shown shit.
Visual.
Exactly. They don't want to have to read something, because here's the thing. This is my big turnoff to lore. And please tell me that where I'm wrong and what I need to do. Because my issue with lore, I had it in D1 too, is that I get a lore card. I have no idea what happened before this card. I have no idea what happened after this card. There's no order to it.
You got a point.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to lore, there's actually plenty of websites where you can actually find all the lore and you can read it like a book.
So, but that's my problem.
That's what he's asking. Why does he have to do that?
Yeah, we shouldn't have to, and that's what I was getting at. Why give me all these little tidbits and lore, but you're not giving me anything?
I do love.
Sorry, this is a rant I've had for forever.
Well, I do love that they're putting more lore in the game, at least readable lore, but I mean, for people who want to seek
Give me more.
Yeah, I get that. But remember D1, you had to get those stupid Grimoire cards, and then you had to go look them up. You couldn't even read them when you were playing. It says you got a Grimoire card, and I'm like, well, okay, that's great. What's the Grimoire card say? Oh, well, you got to go to the website to read it, flip it over and read it.
We don't talk about the Grimoire cards.
I remember Grimoire Store, though.
I collected them all, and I collected almost all of them, and no, I'm good.
And there was no order to them. They were all just everywhere. It was like Fallen 1, Fallen 3, Titan 5. I mean, but what order do I read these in? Do I read them as I find them? Okay, that's Destiny 1. I'm sorry. I'm off on a tangent. We'll leave that alone. But those are...
We can have that tangent later, Gator.
What's that, Kitty?
We can do that tangent later, because I have that tangent too.
I just don't understand that. No, I don't know. Anyway, so pretty much a stinker of a. It seems like the consensus is that it's more of the same this season. Mm-hmm. From last. I got to admit, last season, and I love bounties. God bless Bungie for brownies, but I was even getting bored with doing bounties. It was just every day doing the same thing. There wasn't anything to surprise me.
2 days of it, and I was just done.
Yep.
Yeah, like myself right now, I'm like I'll log in. I'm thinking like maybe on Tuesday to do the one thing, like the interference stuff and means to an end. And like this week I only did it on one character because I'm like, well, I really don't have to like level up anymore. I'm already enough power where I can do the prophecy dungeon. I don't want to do Iron Banner. I don't want to do Grandmaster Nightfalls. Yeah. So I'm done with Destiny. To a different game. Yeah, exactly. I'm done with Destiny.
This is the first week I logged in. I did the interference mission on my Warlock, and there was nothing left to do. I had unlocked everything in the recaster, and everything's all been ranked up. There's really nothing else to do. So I logged on to get the next lore card, and that was a lore card for the week. I'm done. There's nothing left to do but play Iron Banner, and we all know how that went. So it's been a real shit week for Destiny, and I'm a diehard player. I mean, I play daily almost. So
I'm pretty diehard too, and I log in, I do my raids, and do my little bit of stuff, and just like, oh, what's next?
I think that's what we need to do more, Hazel. We need to start setting up some raid nights. I think because
You ever need help?
that's one thing I haven't done a
Yes.
lot like I used to. We were talking about that before the show. Is we really don't raid as much as we used to, and that is the end game. I mean, even though there's no new raid this season, and the prophecy dungeon's really fun. It is. I hands off to Bungie. It's definitely unique. The boss situations are really fun. I don't know if you guys have run that yet.
Hands off to Bungie.
Hands off. I mean,
Hats off to Bungie.
What did I say? I told you I'm
Said
tired.
Hands off. Like,
Sorry,
like cutting your hands off or something.
I meant hats off. I'm so faded, man. I'm so gone. But you get me excited and passionate. I'll start talking again. But the dungeon, bravo. I love it. It's very unique. It's very beautiful.
I beat it.
I'm gonna do it.
I was watching Red Queen this morning try to solo because she's never soloed anything, and it was one of her charity things. I think had to do. She had to try to solo it, and she was on the first stage, and it's not easy. It is really not easy because they give you the small platform. There's nowhere really to hide, and everyone was trying to help her. Say, hey, keep going. You got this. It's trial and error. Just keep going. And anyway, so other than the dungeon, unless there's something they're going to spring on us later this season, I don't know what else to do.
There's no way they're going to spring anything on
I've
us.
never had that feeling before. There's nothing left to do.
Got bounties.
Oh. No, I'm over bounties now, man. I know you never hear me. I know you never hear me say that. I know. I'm over bounties. I've got plenty of materials. I've got plenty of glimmer. Everything's ranked up.
Are you sure that's Gator?
I know.
Gator.
Maybe it's just me being tired, but
Shit.
I still grab the weeklies. This
Are
altered.
you sure you're Gator?
Well, no. Well, okay. Let's think about it. This altered energy we're gathering up, other than to get gun rolls, which I do love that part of the recaster. You can target your weapons and armor like you could with a chalice.
Can't target your armor necessarily.
You can target certain perks like you can get armor that has high resilience or high.
Yeah, but that
discipline.
you could get legs and you still need arms.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't target individual pieces, but you can start collecting pieces. But the problem is it takes so much altered energy, and then you have to get these weekly things. You can only get 5 of them. I don't even know what the name of it is. Anyway.
Trace overrides.
Yeah, trace overrides. You can only get 5 per account, not per character, per account. And once you use them, you're done for the week. That's how they bottleneck you on that third row stuff. So, I don't know. I've blabbed on enough. It's anything else we want to talk about as far as Season of Arrivals, or are we talked out?
Talked out.
Yeah.
Let's go to some questions.
Let's do that. Right after this. All right, boys and girls, it's that time of the week again. This is where we answer our Twitter and Discord questions from our community. And I want to start off with, we have a Speakpipe question this week. And I don't know if you guys have had a chance to listen to it yet, but I am going to play it right now.
Hello, this is Scumdeath. I have a question for the show. Why are human beings so fucking shit? Everyone's been on lockdown for months. They've all been locked in their house, not allowed to go out anywhere. And now our lockdown in the UK has eased quite a bit. So people are allowed outside into the beautiful spaces that they've missed. And I'd love to go to Leeds Denport Park. I'd love to go to the beach. It'd be so nice. Fuck you lot. You come to the beaches, you come to the parks, and you leave your shit everywhere. None of you has learnt respect for any of the places you ain't been able to be for the last 2 months. Human beings need to get a grip of themselves, learn some motherfucking respect, if you ask me. So, I don't even know if that's a question. That's probably more like a Scumdeath's Corner. So my question, I'll turn this into a question. My question for you is, what pisses you off about human beings? I've told you mine. Love the show, guys. Keep it up. See ya.
Very cool. Thanks, Uncle Scumdeath, for that. If anybody wants to send us a Speakpipe question, there is a link in our show notes, and also there will be a link in our Discord. Just look under the pod, under our podcast, part of our Discord, and it says Speakpipe Questions. There's a link there. Just click it, and you can do this, I believe, on mobile as well. So click it and record a 90-second message to us. It can be anything. It can be a question for the show. It can be a comment. Anything you want to send to us, be sure to use a Speakpipe. All right. I mean, anytime I see someone drive by and throw something out their window, I just want to go chase them down and go, where the hell, where were you raised? Where were you raised where you throw shit out your window? Someone has to pick that shit up. So why on earth would you litter? Especially public areas. So what do you guys think?
For me personally, it's when people are just dicks.
Lack of respect. Mutual respect is mine. I mean, even driving in Florida, if people don't mutually respect and give you space, I get upset about it. My wife says I need to chill, but mutual respect, manners on the road, manners in person. Yeah, I agree, Kitty. Don't be a dick.
Sadly, most people are.
Yeah.
I would say for me that lack of putting forth an effort to do anything.
Yeah, makes sense too.
So basically, somebody who's not I'll take my boss, for example. He doesn't give a fuck about anything. He's just wanting to collect a check until he gets his next job.
Oh, that's too bad.
So all that work, I mean, he's not doing anything this time. Now, I don't really view him as being a dick, but to me, it's just he hasn't put in, he's been with the company for 3 years now, and he's not trying to put forth any effort to learn anything about anything. And it's just
I would have to say entitlement as well.
There's a lot of that going around.
That's a good one. Yeah. Good one. Yeah. For sure.
I don't like the cancel culture right now. People giving negative reviews to shit because they don't agree with it politically or don't agree the way it was released or whatever. I mean, I don't look at ratings on a show, entertainment, whatever, to hear your political beliefs. Was it good or not? Is it worth my time to watch or listen or whatever? That's all I care about. Why would you these negative bombs? I don't get it. I don't understand why. I don't know. I just don't understand. Maybe I'm just old. I don't know. Everything has to have a rating now. That's the problem. Everything has to be rated, and there has to be reviews for everything.
Yeah, because that's how people see things. That's how people get into things, and shit, man. Jealous said that we were the number one thing that showed up on his list. So he picked us randomly, and it's that's great for us and that, but how the hell did we get that? I don't fucking know.
I have no clue.
People are sheep.
Sometimes they really are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know. I mean, I myself won't watch something if Netflix tells me if I don't have the thumbs up next to it of 90% or whatever it is. I'm like, I don't know, 90%. I don't know if that's enough to say I'm gonna like it. There's still 10% there.
Give me a break. Yeah.
Well, no shit, right? I mean, right, but that's the reason why they do it, because they want people to check it out. So
my wife and I would not to go off on a tangent here, but my wife and I like Rotten Tomatoes.
Incoming.
And we would always see a movie that was interesting, and we'd say, "Oh my god, it only got 28% from audience." We'd say, "Okay, so we didn't just take it at face value that it was a bad movie. We have to go into the actual reviews and figure out why people thought it was a bad movie, because we thought it might have been a good movie." And we sit there and listen. We sit there and watch these and read these reviews, and it's such bullshit. I don't believe in what these filmmakers believe, and this shit movie, 1 star, half star. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. I don't say, I'm sorry, honey. I don't say the F word a whole lot, but damn, I'm pissed. I mean, that's just, maybe I'm just
Wife
tired.
Listens.
I'm just tired. Okay. I'm just tired. But I don't understand this cancel culture that's out there. It just makes no damn sense. You know what they're going to have to do eventually? They're going to have to censor everything, because everyone's way too fucking stupid when it comes to putting reviews and stuff. Did you like the movie or not? I won't care what the actual director believes in this nation. Did you like the movie or not? Okay. Hazel, save me, man. Grab a question.
Yeah, I was about to.
Thank you.
Yes. Hey. All right. So, Fuck.
God, I sound like 30 and still gaming tonight. What the hell's wrong with me?
It's the dust that you've been breathing in.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay.
Right. So, all right. And FYI, my wife just gave me back the power cord to the PS4.
Uh-oh. So, we better hurry up then. We better hurry.
Matt_Woo, new member for us here. Question for the show regarding the price of the new PS5. How much is too much?
What do you think, Kitty?
Anything over, I would say 700 is way too much for the PS5.
Yeah.
What do you think, Hazel?
That thing is I could see this some bitch going for like $599. I would think like 600 is the cap.
See, I'm totally opposite of you guys. There's a price point, $499. PS4 is never going to go over PS period 5, 8, 25, whatever is never going to go over $499 because that's been the price point. You remember PS was it PS3?
PS3 was 700.
They lost their ass. No one bought them. I mean, you can basically build a computer that can play a lot of these games at even medium settings for $700. So what's to say, why not just get a whole PC instead of being limited to a console? And don't get me wrong, I love PS4. All my friends are on PlayStation Network, and that's the reason I'll be buying one. But I'm telling you, it's not going to be more than $499. It may be $549 if you want that disc drive in it, but $499 is the price point I think I'm going to be buying it at.
You know what I read, though? I read that games are going to be more expensive, like $20 more or something like that.
Well, could be.
Games are supposed to be more expensive.
Well, think about it. I mean, they're losing money usually on the console or breaking even or making a few bucks at the best. The only way they can really make up their money for their loss or break even on the console is games. And a lot of people today don't buy, as many games as they used to in the past because of streaming services. The Xbox has their own thing now where you can pay a fee every month and get a certain amount of games, including some really first-rate games. You can tell I don't use it much. I do have it, but I don't use it hardly at all.
I've read that they have some good games. I mean, I know like in our Discord and other Discords that I'm in, they're all about it and everything along those lines. So, but yeah, I mean, it seems like a really good deal. It really does. Gator.
Let's see. Let's go with Uncle Scumdeath. Which video game music would you use to walk down the aisle on your wedding day if your partner would allow it? Kitty?
Legend of Zelda.
Ah, good choice.
Nice.
Get that out of your head. Oh, man, let me think about this. Hazel, you got an answer?
Oh, yeah, I do. I've had an answer for this for since he put it in here.
The
Entertainer.
Huh?
The Entertainer from Mario. Song that's like Mario theme, basically.
Okay.
It's more like how does it go? Although right now, actually, it'd probably be the Pikachu or the Pokemon song, theme song. But I can't play it because it's probably copyrighted and shite. But I don't know the Mario song. Come on now.
I'm not a Mario fan.
You're not a Mario fan?
Mario fan.
Oh God. It'd have to be it'd have to be some Destiny music because I mean I love Destiny music.
Oh dear Lord.
I love Destiny, so that's an easy answer for me. As soon as I saw it, I knew what that answer was going to be.
So, I got to pick this one. Question from Drafty because the son of a bitch stole my answer. What do you put on meatloaf? Dinner, not the singer, Hazel. Gravy, ketchup, there or nothing.
Gravy.
What is wrong with you guys? What do you put on it, Hazel?
Well, when I was a kid, my parents put mustard on it.
Mustard?
Ew!
There's only one thing you ever put on meatloaf. There's only one thing you put on meatloaf. My mom would cook it into the meatloaf. That's ketchup.
Yeah, ketchup
Gravy.
is what my wife put on it for the first time, and I was like, "This is the weirdest shit ever." But I'm like, "Oh, okay."
So good.
But there's mustard powder in it though. In the mix, it's like ketchup,
Yeah.
mustard powder,
Yeah, I
and
can see that.
brown sugar.
I'm sure there is.
So you can suck it.
But you put that ketchup right in there with it, and it just comes home. It's like eating a really nice juicy hamburger. It's really good.
Nope. You cover it
Oh.
in mashed potatoes and a ton of gravy.
You know,
I'll
now
take that too.
you know
I'll take that.
you know what I have eaten it that way. So the both methods I'll approve. Both are good.
Yep.
Just not that
Favorite.
goddamn mustard.
My favorite thing though was my wife and I were screwing around. I guess she was on Pinterest or some shit, and she was making cupcakes, and she put the meatloaf in the cupcake tin, and then put mashed potatoes on top of it, so it looked like a cupcake. And I was like,
Oh my
"You're
god,
brilliant!"
that is awesome. Shit, honey, I got an idea. Oh wait a minute, we don't have a kitchen. Never mind. It's all been demolished. We're working with hot plates in our refrigerators in another room right now, and I have my coffee maker like tucked in a corner somewhere. It's pretty sad. I got one from Chubby Wizard here. It's a good question. Question for the show: do you guys have anything on any of your appliances that you never thought you would use, but once you did, cannot imagine life without it? We just bought a new refrigerator that has 2 ice makers, and I use the second one every day. It also has a pizza pocket in the door that is pure genius. Thanks. Love the show. What about you,
What the fuck
Kitty?
is a pizza pocket?
It's where you can put a frozen pizza into the freezer, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And you could just pull it out
It's
real
the
easy.
freezer part.
Yeah.
Oh,
part
I
of the
thought
freezer.
that it was like
Cause-
it dispensed like pizzas. or
No,
some shit. I was
no.
like, that's
Well,
That'd be cool.
think about it. You put a frozen pizza in there and you're worried about something crushing it while it's in the freezer, you know? That's kind of a
fucking
neat
frozen. What's
that's-
going to happen to it?
That's kind of a neat idea, though. Has its own little place in the freezer. I like that. Kitty, what do you think? You got any appliances you have a little feature that you didn't think you'd ever use?
Yeah, it's actually one of my crock pots before I broke it. It had a bake session on it, and I would bake pies, cakes, cupcakes, all kinds of shit in my crock pot.
Really? I never knew that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you can actually still do that on low heat. You can bake a cake in a crock pot on low heat.
I'll have to try that.
Try it. It's delicious.
Huh.
Not like you have a kitchen, so you can try it.
Yeah, no, I don't. What's a crock pot?
The thing you plug in the wall.
Is that thing I threw out earlier this week?
Uh-oh.
We cleaned house. Yeah.
I need a new one, I guess.
What about you, Hazel? Think of something?
For me, no, I need to probably unplug it when I say it because fucking thing's gonna turn on. But Alexa.
Yeah. Damn, you
I
stole
hate
my
that
answer.
thing.
It's not Alexa, it's Siri for me because I'm an Apple guy. But yeah, Siri. You know how many times I'm writing notes for the show and I'll go, Siri, spell porcelain, and I'll sit there and type it as she's saying it letter by letter. It's such a great little. There's so much other things that she can do. I just don't even know what to ask.
So, question from Jealous.
Uh huh.
What is the funniest oh shit moments you've had?
Oh, I got a great one.
We can go out on this one, maybe.
Yeah, let's do that. That's a good time. Kitty, you got a no shit moment?
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear it.
Uh-oh.
It's actually a work oh shit moment.
Okay.
So last year we were doing some remodeling at work and everything, and we had no windows, we barely had any walls and shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was carrying a stack of manila folders up to my manager's office because her office was being remodeled at the time, and I slipped on a rubber band. The first
Ooh.
thought in my mind was, okay, I'm fine, just don't do anything, reach for the rail of the stairwell. There was no stairwell rail.
Oh no!
I went down the stairs, hit a dude that was behind me, which spun me around, and I went out a second-story window and fell in a rose bush.
What?
Holy shit.
Were you okay?
Oh, I had roses up my ass for days.
Oh my god! I'm just.
The worst part of it is that the files, which had sensitive information for people, was being blown away by
Oh
a
my
person
God.
that was blowing sawdust.
Well, shit. How am I supposed to top that? Damn, that's a great story. All right, Hazel,
Wow.
follow that one up, Hazel.
Me?
Yeah, you're next. Go.
Yeah.
Great story. Damn, you couldn't write that. That's awesome.
Wow.
Oh, weird shit like that happens to me all the time.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh shit.
Wow. Well, mine was one of mine. Not like the funniest, but just one of them that happened to me recently was I was sitting at work, well, at home, working upstairs, and we had this shitty chair. And I was sitting in it, and I was just leaning back, petting the dog was sleeping next to me, so I was just like, all right, petting her. I was leaning back in my chair, and I'm talking to this guy, and then all of a sudden, like, I noticed that the chair is kind of moving. Then I noticed that before I know it, I'm on the fucking floor. So I'm like, oh! And the guy on the phone is like, are you okay? What's going on over there? I'm trying to find like the easiest way to say that I just fell out of my chair. And I was just like, well, funny story for you. I was sitting here and all of a sudden I just fell out of my chair. And the guy just started just cracking up laughing, and he's like, really? And he told me a story about him falling out of his chair, and he's like, yeah, I had a nice window and everything else, and I mean, it was a great bonding moment, and yeah.
So, 20% interest, that going to be good for you, sir?
Yeah, we didn't bond that much.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry if I've told this one before. I can't remember if I've told it before, but it's such a classic. My wife and I first got married. We were in our first home. It was a Saturday morning. We were goofing. You know, you get those playful times where you start chasing everybody. You know, start chasing. This is before kids. You start chasing each other around the house. You know, just goofing around. Okay. I was in my underwear. I was just in my underwear. Okay, that was it. And my wife was probably in her pajamas or something. She was chasing me around the house with a wooden spoon, and she was trying to spank my ass. And we ran into the kitchen, the front of the house that has bay windows, and you can see on the front porch and stuff. And we didn't realize those windows were open, but we turned around, and she's spanking my butt, you know, like softly, like kiddingly, with a wooden spoon on my ass. I turn around, and there's Jehovah's Witness at the front door, and they had a child with them. It was 2 women and a child, and the child's mouth was on the floor, and all we could do was just laugh. I mean, there was nothing else we could do. It was one of those moments where it was so crazy. We literally looked at each other and just bawled laughing. It was crazy, and I'll never forget it. It was such a great time, such a great moment. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's hilarious.
So the wooden spoon, yeah. Anyway, well, hey, everybody,
Still
thanks.
got that spoon?
I don't know. I don't know if we do now. My wife has been cleaning the kitchen. I mean, anything that's old is gone. She wants a fresh to utensils and stuff when the kitchen comes in. But everybody, thanks for sending questions in. We really appreciate it. If we didn't get to your question this week, we will definitely get to it next week. We don't want to. We remember those first episodes. We'd have 40 questions. I think it took us 2 hours.
All 40.
We had 2 hours of just questions, and we just can't. I'm sorry, guys. We just can't do that anymore. Out of respect for our guests.
Respect for our listeners, too.
For our listeners, too, exactly. So that being said, we're going to move on to our last segment of the show before we go. This is where we pick our 2 songs for our Spotify playlist. You know, it's just a little flavor of what each of us like to listen to, and you can listen to it, too. Just search for Guardian Downcast playlist on Spotify, and now we have it on iTunes as well. For all you Apple guys out there and gals, I'll post links, of course, in our show notes if you want to follow, see what we add every week. I think we have over 300 songs in there now. It's quite a few. So, KittyFails92, since you're our guest of honor, we always start with our guest. What are your 2 songs? Your 2 songs for tonight.
Yeah, the first one is Flesh by Simon Curtis. Okay. And the second one is Casual Sex by My Darkest Days.
Yeah, I listened to these. These are really good. This is kind of up my alley as far as song-wise. Why did you pick those 2 especially? Is there something you like about those songs?
So, Casual Sex is actually the song that kind of got Azanis and I together.
Okay.
Nice. Those are awesome. And I listened to it too, and I've been listening to My Darkest Day for like ever since then. So,
What about you, Hazel?
Good band.
yeah,
Hey, Daisy.
she's just saying hi.
Yep.
So, my first song is a song that actually I originally heard on Smallville, and then it ended up being on Dark, actually, and it's My Body is a Cage by Peter Gabriel. It starts off pretty soft, then it just ramps up and goes from there. And then the other song is legitimately from that show Dark, called Wishing Well, featuring Lucy Tops and by Stomper. So yeah, it's a nice song. I enjoyed it, and it's a pretty pivotal moment in the show as well.
The Peter Gabriel song, is that fairly new for him, or is it dated?
2010, if that's
okay. Yeah,
new-ish,
that's fairly new. Yeah, that's fairly new.
Well, it's not like old Peter Gabriel, so
right?
not
That's
Sledgehammer or nothing.
Yeah, that's what I always refer back to when I hear his name.
And
Yeah.
Sledgehammer. I need to listen
Cool.
to that shit now.
Oh, I know. Well, for my first pick tonight, I chose a song from an Australian indie rock folk band, if you can imagine that. They formed in 2009. They've released 4 albums to date. Their last one was after a 4-year hiatus. But the song that caught my ear was from their second album from 2013. Harlequin Dream is the album. And the song is Southern Sun, and the band is Boy and Bear. This is a really fresh sound. It has some retro vibes as well. So if you guys listen to our playlist, you'll really like this one. For my second pick, this British-American songwriter, musician, record producer, and DJ has collaborated with Lady Gaga, Queens of the Stone Age, Amy Winehouse, Adele, Bruno Mars, just to name a few. Oh, and did I mention he's won 7 Grammys also? He's only 45 years old. By the way, his stepfather, I found this out, which he grew up around, surrounded by music in London and New York, is Foreigner's Mick Jones. So it stands to reason this guy knows music. And although I'm not a fan of pop music per se, I love this collaboration with Miley Cyrus, of all people. So from 2018, it's Mark Ronson's song, Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. It's kind of a new country pop fusion song. It's a little folksy a little bit too, but fair warning, if you listen to this song, you will be humming it to yourself all day, like I have. So, yeah, those are my picks. Well, hey, Kitty, thanks very much for coming on tonight. You've definitely been entertaining. I will tell you that. It's just been a lot of fun. I just want to do a little bit of housekeeping before we sign off. Just a quick reminder that we do have a Destiny 2 clan. Hazel and I are, like we've been talking about, I think we're going to start putting some raid nights together and start doing more raiding. I think Kitty's inspired us. Just BS and have a good time talking amongst friends. So if you're looking for a clan out there, we have a permanent link in our Discord under the channel GDC Destiny 2 Clan, and I'll also, of course, every show, it's always in our show notes as well if you want to send a request to us. Just search for Guardian Downcast, or DOWN is our call sign. Thanks very much. And if you guys like what you're listening to tonight, do us a favor, hit that share button. I always forget to do it when I'm listening to a good podcast, especially if they're Destiny fans. Send them a share. Send them a link, see if they think what we're doing is cool. Again, thank you, Kitty Fails. Thank you for coming on the show tonight. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure. Tonight's been really weird with Discord. I'm sorry, listeners. It's been really tough tonight. Discord has not been playing fair. Where can everybody find you? I know that you do stream on Twitch now at KittyFails92. Is that correct?
Yep.
And I think
stream on Twitch.
And go
I
ahead.
have a Discord. And I have a Discord.
Okay. What's the name of your Discord?
Give me a second. I want to make sure I say it correctly.
Well, I
otherwise
think
I'll fuck it up.
I think you're also on Twitter. It's just Kitty Fails, correct?
Yeah. The Twitter is Nightmare, like NIGHTMAR, and then space Raiders.
Is that for your clan? Your Twitter for your clan?
No, that's my Twitter is just my name, I believe, but my Discord was Nightmare Raiders.
Gotcha.
I don't even know what my Twitter is.
It's Kitty.
Is it?
Well,
Yeah,
your part of your name is in there too.
Yeah, it should be Kitty something.
It just says Kitty. Yeah, I was looking at it earlier. If you search for Kitty, good luck going through all the kitties. But I just searched for KittyFails92 and it popped up. So.
Yeah, I'm on Discord.
And you say it's Nightmare Raiders? Your
Yeah,
Discord?
It's just Nightmare and then space raiders.
Okay, very cool.
Very cool.
Hazel.
All right, I am Hazelnut, Hazelnt. Much everywhere. Here you go.
Nice. You can contact me via the Twitter at Todd the Gator. Remember, that's Gator, Gatr. You can also find me on YouTube, Steam, and PS4, Gator, all caps, Gatr, underscores in between, and Gator space GDC on Xbox. You can find us, our podcast, on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, Stitcher, Overcast. I mean, there's so many podcast apps out there now. We should be on most of them out there. You can also email us at guardiandowncast@gmail.com, and we're on Twitter at Guardian_D_cast if you want to send us any show questions, whatever you want to talk to us about. Or just visit guardiandowncast.com for all the details. We have a bunch of great gamers in our Discord as well. Just search for Guardian Downcast, and I will put a invite link, permanent one, in our show notes as well if you want to join our Discord. Really cool place just to hang out and BS, to be honest. Just a bunch of gamers having fun, hanging out. Everyone, COVID is still out there. Don't take it for granted. Wear that mask. Everywhere I go, I wear a mask. And keep that 6-foot distance from everybody.
Guardians are measured by their ability to come back from defeat. So stand. Fight!
Thank you all so very much for listening. And later, Guardian.
Bottles. Birthday boost.
Yeah, happy birthday, Boost. It's just really hard for me to Sherpa a raid, especially if I know that all the encounters good. I just don't like telling people what to do. And you know what it is? It's like herding cats sometimes. Everyone has their idea of, oh, well, we don't do it that way. We do it this way. I don't know what strat that is.
No, we're doing it my way.
And they're like, well, I don't know how to do that. Well, buckle up, Buttercup.
I'll teach you.
Let's figure it out.
Yep.
Yeah, you pick the raid, Hazel, and I will take you through it.
I want to come.
Gator, I would love to have you in another raid.
Thank you.
I miss raiding with you.
I know. I miss it too.
Oh,
I miss it too. I didn't even know you had a new clan. I thought you were still with the Red Jacks.
Hey,
Damn.
babe.
It's been a while.
I'm still recording. Hey, guys, you want to say hi to Azanis? He's trying to blip in on my recording. Okay, sit down, guys.
What's up, Azanis?
Hey.
What's going on, man?
Hey, not much. Hazel, have you told him about Gambit yet, Prime?
I was trying to keep that under wraps. I don't want to give Gator any credit.
What?
Too late now.
What?
Ah, son of a
Hey, don't steal my podcast.
I'm not gonna steal it. I'm not gonna-
podcast.
All right. All I'm going to say is Hazel said he's never been carried through a Gambit Prime match before, and now he enjoys it, so have fun.
Very cool. I knew he'd see the light. Thank you, Azanis.
You
Yeah,
guys
it-
totally need to put that in the recording.
You don't think I'm recording right now?
Son of a bitch.
do.